And we're back. Was that good? Let's try another one. Hey. Just kidding. I like the first one. And we're back. Say hello, Charles. Say hello. Over here. Yeah, up here. Charles. Charlie. Come here. Up here. Look. Oh, right here, right here. All right. Cool. So today, in today's tutorial, we are going to be doing an add-on for the Becca mini backpack for the split-faced alien bag. It's Stitch and Angel. It's half and half. We have 2 sets of ears, an antennae, just one, and a hairpiece. So we're going to cut these out. We're going to put interfacing. We're going to sew them together. And then we're going to edge coat them. And then we're going to sew them on. In that order. So let's get started. Okay, so when you cut these out, you want to make sure that you cut as much of the white edge as possible without cutting too much into the design. Because when you tape them together and top stitch them, you will need to trim them because they won't be exactly the same unless you're really good at cutting, and then never mind. But you want to make sure. And then edge coating will help cover up some of the white too if you're just not quite close enough. Are you licking me? Yeah, okay. One down. Bad, guys. It wouldn't be a video if I didn't knock the camera. Am I right? Whew, that's tiring. Okay, we'll tackle that one last. All right, so split face experiment ears. One for Angel, one for Stitch. Now you don't have to edge coat these if you don't want to. I just think it gives it a sharper look. You know what I mean?
I don't know why my cats don't like each other, but they don't. And it's been 8 years of this. Yeah. And they slap each other. No idea what the deal is. Ellie. Ellie.
Charlie. Come on. I don't know. Cats, you know? Cats. All right, so ear. There's one. There's 2 ears. And now the antenna. It's actually not that bad. I've already made one. Just a little twisty, you know? A little twisty twist. I don't know why I'm so weird. I hope you guys like it.
We can go back and trim out any edges that we missed when we're done. Or don't. Leave them messy. That's up to you.
Yeah. It's pretty good, huh? Okay, so there's the front of the antenna. Or the back. I'm not sure. Either. My arm is tired.
Trash.
Yes, I'm done. Oh, yes. Okay. All right, so for the antenna, we're just going to put tape in here, and then we're going to top stitch it. And you could try to put interfacing in here if you wanted to. I don't know how successful that would be, only on the account of it's so thin. And we're going to have to top stitch, you know, 1/8 of an inch. It makes it like a 1/2 inch wide between top stitches or something like that. And just, you know, I don't know. I think it's fine without it. Okay. So we'll put these together. Yes. All right. I'm going to start at the bottom here. I'm just going to lightly press them together. I'm not going to, you know, just let them fall into place. And then we'll give it a good squeeze so the tape sticks when we're done. All right. Yep. Yep. I'm not going to trim anything until we top stitch. We'll put that to the side. I also have the little hair piece here. Also not putting interfacing on that. It's just so whittle. It doesn't need it. So whittle. But these ears, they're going to need some stiffiness. We're going to line these up. There we go. A little hair piece. And then we're going to top stitch that. Didn't mean to throw it. Okay, now for our ears. So what we're going to do is like we do most of the other add-ons that I do. I'm going to trace each piece of one side of each ear, and then onto the interfacing, and then I'm going to cut it about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch on the inside of the outline so that we can have it outside of the seams. Got a whole bag of scraps here that we're going to use today. Let's pick out some decent chunks here. That's how to do it. Okay. Put that to the side. So we're just going to take this back piece here. And I'm just going to trace it like this. Get a pen. And it's okay that it's missing on that side. I'm just going to add another piece. And then we'll trace it some more. Like this. We'll do that at the end. Okay. So I have my iron on over here. And I'm just going to cut this 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch inside the line. So we're going to take the inside of the ear. We're going to place this like this, just like that. And then I'll fill in this piece in a second. So I have my little Cricut Easy Press. Just like that, yep. Yep. And then I'm gonna cut a little strip for the outside of the ear here. I'm trying to find a, this is good. A little shorter. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. No one's gonna see it. All right, perfect. And this is the pink ear. So then I'm gonna take some more tape. We got the big boy tape. I'm just gonna put it all the way down here. So hello, Ellie. This is the one that was growling. This one, the grumpy one. She said, "Where's the snacks?" Are you looking for snacks? I ain't got none. Especially for you, because you're rude. Anyways, sorry about that. Lecturing my cat. You hear her sniffing? She's like a dog. All right, so here's our ear, our angel ear. This is the back side, and here's the front. We'll top stitch it, and then we'll trim it before we edge coat it. I don't trust you. Yeah, get out of here. Meow, I know. Okay, so let's take this. This time we'll take it this time. And we'll trace it. Fit as much of hair on here as we can. Cut it out, you jerk! God. There you go. Trace, trace, trace. All right. I'm just going to put a little piece of tape to hold it. Okay. Now, my bad, guys. That took way longer than it should have. Okay, so now that we have it traced, we're going to cut it 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch inside the line. Uh-oh. We're losing it, boss. Okay, I'm gonna take my ear with my little notch out. Where's the other piece? I'm just gonna put it in here on the inside, just like that. Take my tape off. Perfect. Save that tape for later. We don't throw tape away around here. All right, now our ear is on. We're gonna put tape on here. Ellie. We're gonna line this up to the best of our abilities. There we go. And there's the stitch here. Okay, so now we're gonna top stitch the 2 ears, the antennae, and the hair piece. You can use matching coordinating thread. I'm just gonna use white today, and then we'll give it a go. So on the hair, we're gonna start at the bottom so you can't see our back stitching because that's gonna be in the seam allowance. Okay. Cut our threads. Good Lord, I can't talk. Okay, and then looking at our panel, I think the angel's on this side. So this is our top side. So you want to be mindful when you're stitching the ears on the hair, sorry, that you're doing the top side in case your bobbin stitches are a little wonky. We're good to go on my side. So there we go. Just a little bit. And then we'll set this to the side so that we can edge coat. Next, we're going to stitch the antenna. And then the same thing, we're going to back stitch here, the part that won't be seen. And go slow so that you're getting a nice top stitch. Uh-oh, a little off track. It's okay. If you need to hand crank, do that. That wasn't so bad, was it? All right, so then we're gonna trim up any of the white that we see. Shush you. She looks pretty decent. And then we'll put this one to the side for edge coating, edge painting, whatever we're calling it. And we'll grab one of our ears. And I'm gonna start in here because this is gonna be hidden in the seam. Make sure you're stitching it top side up. And then we'll trim this one up. Oh yeah, it's a good looking ear. It's gonna be like this. And then our next ear, start on the inside here because you won't see this stitch. Get it? This stitch. It was bad, right? And then here's our angel ear. And then we'll go ahead and edge coat these, and then I'll be right back. So I have my front and my back completed. I have the pocket here, and I have each D-ring sewn on. This is at 1.5 inch from the center. I have my divided gusset where it's half pink, half blue. And then I have my front. I've already sewn on my hair. Here, I went ahead and I lined it up as best as I could, and I stitched it so this will be in the seam allowance at the top. I have my antenna, which I've sewn together and I've edge coated. We'll be attaching this to the back piece. And then I have my 2 ears. They're drying, still, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to sew these into the side gusset, just like this. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want the ears to match on the pink and the blue side. So I'm gonna eyeball it. And we're gonna say that that's about good placement because when they go on, they'll be right here. So I'm gonna line it up. Let's measure it for you. So this is 3.5 inches from the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and clip that in place. And then we'll measure this one 3.5 inches from the bottom. My edge coat is still a little wet. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll stitch these down into place. All right. And then we're going to attach the gusset like you normally would. And I got some edge coat on there. All right. So we're going to make sure that our gusset is blue side to the blue side and pink side to the pink side. So we're stitching for Angel. We've already snipped our centers. All right. All right, so we got everything clipped together. Make sure our gussets align. I'm gonna go ahead and start at the bottom, 1/4 inch seam allowance. See, it looks like I need to go over some of these edges again. So we're going to trim our corners and put our binding on. Okay, so for this one, we want to attach our antenna right next to this. So I'm going to turn it like this, and we're going to stitch it on. Either about 1/2 inch away from here. We're going to go ahead and tuck this in carefully. We're going to line up the two sides. And we're going to tuck that in, and we're going to line up the two sides. And we'll trim our corners, or snip.